Hello everyone, Chris here from Cards.n.Colors, and today I'd like to talk about the AuraSoma Tarot. This is the box with the golden title and symbol or logo. Very sturdy box, very big box, because the AuraSoma Tarot is made of more than 100 cards, and each of the cards is associated with one of the AuraSoma equilibrium bottles, which you can see here. And I'm making this video because Colin from the Prism Tarot, he has a channel on Instagram and here on YouTube, asked me to do it. How come? Well, Colin is in the making of his own tarot deck called the Prism Tarot, who would have guessed? And his deck is mainly has to do with colors and color combinations. And he saw on my Instagram feed, he saw my, well, in a way, somewhat famous AuraSoma collages I'm making for each of the different dual colored bottles, and some inspirational texts that have to do with the color symbolism and color meaning of each of the bottles, because I myself am using and working with the AuraSoma system for over 20 years now. And I once did the complete practitioner training to become a consultant, a trained and certified consultant. And I've been working as an AuraSoma consultant for, well, about 10 years, more than 10 years. And so I have all of the, by now, 117 equilibrium bottles. And these equilibrium bottles, here you can see, made by AuraSoma, Beyond Color, and Equilibrium. Equilibrium meaning balance. These equilibrium bottles are the core of the AuraSoma system, and they are used in a color consultation where you are asked to choose your favorite colors and color combinations, and then a trained practitioner or consultant is able to analyze your colors, the color choices you've made and the different color combinations you've chosen, and then they get analyzed by the practitioner, in a way like a coaching, a consultation. And, well, the client or the one seeking guidance, or people who want to use and integrate AuraSoma products into their life to optimize their physical and soul well-being. If they visit a practitioner or consultant, well, as mentioned before, they are asked to choose different color combinations, and each of the, by now, 117 combinations is linked to a specific position on the qabbalistic tree of life and associated with a specific AuraSoma tarot card, or, well, a tarot card. But what we have here is a special deck created by Pamela Matthews. And I have to say, this deck here is only available through Pamela Matthews on her website, grailgraphics.com. By the way, I will link all the things and people I mentioned in this video below in the description box. Colin from the Prism Tarot, Pamela Matthews, and her page, of course. So if you're interested in, well, purchasing the deck or whatever, you can go there. And if you're interested in other things, you can follow me on Instagram, of course, or find me on Facebook. I'm Cards.n.Colors there too. So, as mentioned before, there are over 100 cards because there are more than 78 bottles in the AuraSoma system, and 78 would be the number of cards we usually get in a traditional tarot deck. And after, well, every card of the traditional 78 deck had its special bottle associated with it. The new bottles that came into being after that, well, it became clear after a while that these new bottles after the 78th bottle are again associated with the trumps or the major arcana of the tarot, but on a different level. So in the AuraSoma Tarot system, you get 2 trumps or 2 cards for each archetype of the major arcana, one being the outward journey and the second level being the return journey. By now, there are also, well, more than 100 bottles, because if you have 78 cards plus again 22 trumps, you get 100 cards, but there are more than 100 bottles. So as of now, all the latest bottles, well, are in a way associated with a third level of the trumps, but, well, I don't want to go too deep into that. By the way, because of the massive amount of cards, I will not do a complete walkthrough of all the cards, because then this video would take 3 hours or what. or what. So I just picked some cards that I think are very representative and, well, yeah, great to get a feel for the deck, for the art in the deck, and for the colors and the color symbolism and the connections to the AuraSoma system. But Colin or anyone else watching this video, if you're interested in more information regarding this very special subject, I am willing to do more videos on this, videos about maybe the AuraSoma system, about the AuraSoma Tarot, showing more cards, and yeah. So feel free to leave a comment below if you want to see more. Before we start with the deck and the different cards I've chosen, it would be good, I think, to talk a little bit about the bottles, what they are and what they represent, just so you get an idea. For example, here we have bottle number 47. So the bottles have a number on top of them. And then you always get these dual colored bottles. And as you can see here, when they are mixed together, they even sometimes become a third color. Like here we get a very deep teal, dark green color. And each of the equilibrium bottles, as mentioned before, consist of a oily fraction. The upper fraction is oil with essential oils. And the lower fraction is a watery base, including herbal extracts, plant extracts, and crystal essences. And each of the natural ingredients is chosen through the signature of the bottle or the color. So you get plants and crystals that are associated with each of the colors. Let's say violet is amethyst, and pink is rose quartz, and as a plant, rose, of course, or purple and violet being connected to lavender, and so on. I think you get the picture. And so after a consultation, or after you've picked your bottle that resonates with you on a deeper level, you then shake the bottle so that the oily and the watery part of the bottle combine and mix to a specific combination that is very unique to each bottle. So the ingredients, the oily and the watery, the extracts and the essential oils and the crystal essences, they all mix up. And then you apply this specific mixture of natural ingredients to your body. You apply them to the skin of your body, preferably in the region of the associated chakras. So, for example, in this bottle here, you get the royal blue or indigo associated with the third eye or brow chakra, and the yellow associated with the solar plexus. So you would apply this bottle to the brow and to the solar plexus area, but also blue and yellow, as we can see here, they mix to green. So green being the heart chakra, you could also apply this bottle to the whole chest area, the breast, and the back, the upper back, the shoulders and whatnot. So I think you get, well, a tiny impression of what AuraSoma is all about. There are a lot more essences and stuff, sprays and pomanders and quintessences, and a very, very, very large range of natural products. But as mentioned before, the core, the heart of AuraSoma are these double colored equilibrium bottles, and they are each associated with a tarot card. So, bottle number 1 we have here is blue over deep magenta. That looks to be black, but it's not. It's really a very, very deep magenta. And bottle number 1 is associated with tarot trump number 1. So on each of the cards you get the number of the bottle. So for example here, bottle 31, can you see it? Yeah. And 49. And then in a way, in the minor arcana you get a hint at the tarot cards. For example, bottle 49 is water or cups, and it's the 2 of cups. Or here you get the 3 of wands, it's bottle number 34, and it's the 3 of wands. You see the wand here, and fire. So we have the magician. I have a little stick here. So you get in, well, almost all of the trumps, at least in the outward journey. So the first level of the trumps, you get the symbols that we are used to from the Marseille Tarot and the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot and all the modern classic tarot decks. But there are, of course, some hints to the equilibrium bottle and the meaning of the bottle, and the colors used in the bottle are used in the picture, of course. So here we get the blue from the upper fraction here, and then the deep magenta looking like black here in the lower fraction of the card. We have the magician here with the lemniscate, with the crystal, the as above so below posture or gesture, all the chakras being activated here. We get here a cube like an altar with the 4 elemental weapons, a caduceus or Hermes staff with the serpents, the winged staff, the symbol of the kundalini and the symbol of pharmacy. And then here we get a lot of crystals and different colored plants and herbs. Excuse me. And so the addition of the plants and the crystals has to do with the meaning of the bottle, because bottle number 1, blue deep magenta, is called the physical rescue oil or physical rescue bottle for physical well-being. And so in a way, the magician in the AuraSoma Tarot becomes some sort of a healer or physician, which is interesting because the caduceus is on the one hand associated with Mercury or Hermes, the traditional astrological correspondence of the magician, at least in the Golden Dawn system. And then again, as mentioned before, the wand with the serpent or serpents is associated with pharmacy. And so this links the card and the symbolism with the bottle being the physical rescue. So this is why there are plants and crystals here on this card, because AuraSoma and the bottles each feature a specific combination of herbs, plants, essential oils, crystals in every color, of course. And then again, being the physical rescue, all the chakras of the magician are enlightened or activated in a way. Because the physical well-being seen in a holistic way, energetic way, is of course has to do with all the chakras being aligned. Another thing I have to say here is that the deep magenta, this fraction here that looks like black in a way, deep magenta is in a way symbolic of the combination of all colors. This black looking deep magenta is the sum of all colors of the rainbow spectrum. So deep magenta is the rescue color, the energy of rescue, rescuing the upper color, or that's what's symbolized by the upper fraction. And so in bottle number 1, it's the rescue of our physical well-being. And so we get here all the rainbow colors here. And of course the rainbow colors of the chakras, and here the rainbow colors in the plants. Because deep magenta, though it looks black, is the combination of all colors hidden inside of this black looking deep magenta. So, number 1. Let's move on. Next we have the High Priestess. And she is associated with bottle number 2. Bottle number 2 is blue over blue. And bottle number 2 is called the Peace Bottle. And the High Priestess is an embodiment of peace and trust. So, of course, the card is blue, through and through, blue, shades of blue. We get the black and white pillar we are used to. We get the High Priestess with an Egyptian crown, the crown of Hathor or Isis here. We get the crescent moon, the starry veil behind her. And what we have here is, on the qabbalistic tree of life, it would be Kether and the Ein Sof, the one point of unity, the divine connection. In the AuraSoma system, this specific part of our subtle anatomy is called the soul star, and it's even above the crown chakra. It's also called the 8th chakra. Above the crown, the soul star, our connection to the divine. And inside of the soul star, this 8th chakra, there's like a blue pulse of our destiny, our higher calling, our higher guidance. And when you follow the rainbow colors of the chakras, the 8th chakra or soul star is associated with magenta, this intense pink. And so we get a hint of magenta here, and our connection through the tree of life, with the cosmos, with the divine. and being receptive to this energy. And we can only be receptive to the higher forces, to divine guidance, through inner peace and calmness, states and energies that are associated with blue in the AuraSoma system. Next, I've chosen the Justice card, which is 8, interestingly, not 11. So it follows the more traditional Marseille ordering of cards and not the Rider-Waite version. So bottle number 8 is yellow over blue, and as you can see here, yellow and blue, of course, mix up to green. And we can see the colors reflected in the depiction of the cards, of course, yellow and blue. And yellow and blue are in a way, seen from an AuraSoma perspective, like yin and yang. They are the two first primary colors. Of course, there's red, the third primary color, but according to Goethe, Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, in his color theory, he mentions that in fact, when you just have a look at nature, you can see that there's blue and yellow as two different energies or qualities, and the red is just visible when yellow and blue, when the blue sky and the yellow sun, or the blue atmosphere and the yellow sun, mingle in a way at dawn and dusk, sunset and sunrise, and then we can see the intense red that is created. On the other hand, yellow and blue, of course, mix up to green, and green is the color of the heart chakra. So here the heart chakra is enlightened in this depiction. Green and the heart chakra in the AuraSoma system are associated with truth, the truth of our heart, the truth that is in a way the balance between the two yin and yang of yellow and blue, of day and night, warm and cold. And yeah, she's pointing her sword towards her heart. And she's blindfolded, like in many traditional depictions. So justice comes to her conclusions by listening to her heart, looking within. And again, we have the serenity and calmness of the blue here, and the yellow is associated with light, with knowledge, with understanding. So it's a mixture of inner peace and understanding, and this comes together, as we can see in the bottle, in the green of the heart. And by the way, seen from the rainbow spectrum, if you just take the 7 rainbow colors, green is the color that's in the middle. So again, symbolizing balance. The bottle, number 8, yellow-blue, is called Anubis. And so we get Anubis here in the depiction of the card. And Anubis, the dog, in a way, the Egyptian god Anubis, is associated with justice, and Ma'at, the goddess of truth and justice. Interestingly, in the Egyptian mythology, Ma'at, the goddess of justice, weighs the heart, the human heart. The heart itself is red, and the heart chakra is green. So in a way, we get all the colors in this combination and in this card. Next, I know this is a lot of stuff, folks. A lot of esoteric symbolism and color theory and chakras, and whoa, I know. It might be a bit too much for some of you. But you are free to stop the video whenever you want. But if you think this is fascinating, stay tuned. Number 9, the Hermit. Bottle number 9 is turquoise over green. And we see turquoise and green, of course, in the card itself. And the bottle is called the Crystal Cave. The Crystal Cave. Interesting, because the Hermit is very often depicted as moving into a cave for contemplation, meditation, and so on. Or here in this depiction, the Hermit is moving out of his turquoise cage with the green nature here. And this bottle, this color combination, and the card, of course, speaks of finding one's inner truth, one's true self. The bottle is also called the transcendental heart, or the heart within the heart. The very, very depth of our heart, of our being. And we can only find that if we go inside this crystal cave or inside of our heart, the green heart chakra. Interesting here, the staff of the Hermit. We get again the chakra colors and the serpent we see in some older decks that could be associated with the Kundalini, the lantern, enlightening the darkness and the deepest parts of our heart. And here we even get the hourglass we see in the very, very old Renaissance depictions of the Hermit as Father Time. And it's interesting because the color green in the AuraSoma system is also linked with space and time, natural cycles, evergreens, or the circle of the seasons, where we get the green in spring and summer, and then we lose the green of nature in autumn and in winter. And so green is also associated in the AuraSoma system with the circles of time. And interestingly, I didn't pick this card, but the Wheel of Fortune, card number 10, which has a lot to do with the circles and the going around and time and space and the interconnectedness of these things, is the green above green bottle. Whoa, lost my stick like the Hermit. Next one is number 14. 14. Temperance. And the bottle is clear and gold. It's gold in the AuraSoma system is the color seen from the color wheel, between yellow and orange. So between yellow and orange we get this beautiful gold that looks like honey or amber or liquid sunlight in a way. And the clear upper fraction, today all the bottles with clear are called clear. But in the first days of AuraSoma, when the whole system began to grow, clear was sometimes called silver, because when you look, I think it's very hard to see now, but no, it's hard to see, but where the two fractions meet, when there is a clear fraction, it's like a mirror in the middle, reflecting back, silvery mirror. And so this is interesting because Temperance is also called in the Thoth Tarot art and associated with alchemy. In the Heindel Tarot it is even called alchemy, the art of alchemy. And alchemy has a lot to do with gold and silver, with solar and lunar energy, the sun and the moon. And here in the depiction we get even the yin and yang. The two vases of the Temperance angel are gold and silver, with the moon crescent here, and gold and silver coming together in all the colors of the rainbow, because in the white light there are all colors of the spectrum. The wings of the angel are golden, So here again we see a reflection of the colors of the bottle, of course. We get the irises that we're used to, and even here in the background we get Sagittarius, the zodiac sign that's associated with Temperance in the Golden Dawn system. So clear, silver and gold, alchemy, temperance, bottle 14. Next we have number 20. And number 20 is the Judgement, of course. Blue and pink. Ta-da! Blue and pink. Nice combination, isn't it? And blue and pink come together in a very, very pale lilac. And the bottle is called the Child Rescue or the Star Child bottle. And we get a star child here. And yeah, in many depictions of the Judgment card, we get parents and a child and an angel from above. The angel being in the blue, of course, in the heavenly blue. And then pink, the pink color of our bodies. Also, of course, blue and pink being associated with boys and girls and our inner child that we can see here, and feeling protected and guided. Yeah, nice one. Now we get into some minors. Here we have the 6 of Wands, and in the AuraSoma system this is bottle 31. And 31 is green and gold. Green over gold. Again, this beautiful liquid sunlight color between yellow and orange. And then above that, the green. And in the middle, when mixed together, you can see, well, slightly visible olive. An olive green. Green and gold associated with the 6 of Wands. The card of victory. And here we get people robed in gold. And then here's green, lush green. And the medal here, highlighting the heart chakra, of course. And the golden area of our body is associated with, well, the golden middle way, in a way. And this is our deepest core in the AuraSoma system. And so here we get the Star of David, the 2 triangles coming together to form the 6 of the card, and Tiferet, the 6th sphere on the Tree of Life, of course, where heaven and earth meet. And so here we have our deepest core, a connection to our deepest core through the gold, and then expressed through the heart. So here, hands up, laurel wreath, again, green, of course, hands up, chest, visible, heart, with a medal highlighted, so connected to the inner core, and then opening up your heart, joy of reaching one's inner potential, of being who you are. It's nice. Next minor card, 3 of Wands, bottle 34. This one is pink and turquoise. Pink and turquoise, though my bottle here from my AuraSoma set, well, it's a very, 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 very pale pink, almost clear, but it is pink. And pink and turquoise mix in a way together like a very, very pale lilac. And this bottle is called the birth of Venus, because when you just think about the colors, pink being the naked Venus rising from the turquoise sea, like in the famous painting from Botticelli. And so the Three of Wands here depicts the birth of Venus from the turquoise sea. 3 wands here in a triangle that points downward, like the vulva or vagina in a way, symbolizing the female part, the goddess, and also the alchemical sign for water, being birthed out of water. Very interesting. And if we have a look in the Wild Unknown Tarot, we get almost the same depiction of 3 wands. Here it's Venus rising through the triangle. In the Wild Unknown it's rainbow colors, like a new vision, like a portal to new possibilities. And it's almost the same here. The 3 wands forming a portal for things that are coming from our unconsciousness, from the depth of our being here in the turquoise sea, that rise up. By the way, one step back again. I also had here with the 6 of Wands, I had the Rider-Waite depiction, because of course we got the laurel wreath here, the people with the wands, and someone on a horse. So I just wanted to show you this. 7 of Cups, bottle 44, lilac, pale blue, like a very pale sky blue and a very soft, gentle lilac. And this bottle is called the Guardian Angel, and we can see the Guardian Angel here in the depiction of the cards. We see 6 cups in different colors and a 7th cup here. And this child or person on the card is guided, higher guidance from above, through inner peace. Blue, we know that color already. And lilac is associated with the transformation of negativity and also, in a way, a still mind. So calm your mind, calm all of your thoughts, your negative thinking, and find your inner peace, your inner guidance, like a guardian angel that protects you and leads you on your way. And this card is in a way an antidote to the to the traditional depiction or meaning of the cards, because the 7 of Cups in the traditional tarot, well, it can speak of illusions, daydreams, not able to see clearly, a clouded mind in a way. And so here the antidote is in the colors of the bottle and in the depiction of this specific AuraSoma Tarot card, the Guardian Angel, our inner voice and guidance. The 4 of Cups is bottle 47, royal blue or indigo and lemon yellow, very fresh sort of yellow here. And the bottle is called the Old Soul. And so here you can see the depiction of the 4 of Cups. Someone here is meditating, contemplating. 3 cups with the 3 primary colors, blue, red and yellow. And then white light from the 4th cup from above, streaming in. The chakras here, as mentioned before, dark blue and yellow mix up to a very intense dark green. So the focus is here on the heart chakra. And yeah, if you think of the depiction in the Rider-Waite Tarot, the one sitting under the tree, in a way like Buddha, or someone, meditation, taking a look inside. and revealing one's old soul, old wisdom, old knowledge through the opening of the third eye, indigo being the color of the brow chakra, the third eye, the power to look inside, to meditate and see all the knowledge and all the wisdom that's inside. Then we get to the Two of Cups, which is bottle number 49. And this is very much like the Thoth depiction here. So there you have it. And I forgot the bottle, so it will go without the bottle this time. Turquoise and violet. And here you can see the two fish from the Thoth Tarot here being dolphins. And you see the lotus flowers here, the overflowing cup. But here you get people too that are united with all the chakras and the heart shape in the background, because turquoise is associated with a specific chakra in the AuraSoma system called the Ananda Kanda, or the higher heart, the transcendental heart. We heard about that in the Hermit card. And so turquoise is very much associated with our feelings, the feeling side of our being. And violet is a color associated with transformation and with healing in a holistic way. So healing of the heart, not in the way of the physical heart being healed in a medical way, but the transformation of our emotional being, of the feeling side of our being, all the feelings that might have been hurt, and through love and union with others, our hearts can heal. Then 10 of Swords, and now I have the bottle again. 10 of Swords, bottle 55, and this is clear and red. And the bottle is called the Christ, as we can clearly see in the depiction here. The Christ. So here we have the clear of the upper fraction, like illumination, light from above through all the chakras, and then the red in the background. So we have the red of the root chakra here, being grounded, being part of the physical, material world, but also enlightenment and a connection to the higher levels of being, to the divine light. So a grounding of the divine light is the message of this bottle, and this is, well, personified by the archetype of Christ. And what we also have here in this colors, I personally like to call this color combination, this clear and the red, blood, sweat and tears. And this very much, of course, has to do with the symbol of Christ here, with the crown of thorns and the blood, tears and sweat and blood, yeah. But also with the 10 of Swords, of course. But it also tells us about a deeper spiritual meaning of the 10 of Swords, because, well, this card is not as bloody as many other depictions of the 10 of Swords. So Christ is not stabbed here. At least we can see the nails through his hands. Yeah, but the 10 of Swords being about the death, in a way, of the ego. The ego being powerless, and when the ego has no power anymore, enlightenment is possible. But sometimes we just reach such a moment when we go through a phase of blood, sweat and tears. Next we have the 6 of Swords here. Oh, Anubis again. Bottle 59. Pale yellow and very, very pale pink. And this bottle is associated with Lady Portia. You can see it also on the card here. One of the ascended master beings or master archetypes from Theosophy, Madame Blavatsky, and so on. And Lady Portia is associated with grace, with mildness, with justice. And it's quite interesting to see, because 6 being the central sphere on the Tree of Life, and here is the 12th card of the 6 of Swords. So here we have a lotus with 6 petals, and here we have 6 swords, like a wheel. And if you look in the middle of this card, you get the rose cross, the golden or yellow cross made up of 6 squares, and in the middle is a pink rose. Yellow, pink, yellow, almost pink, faded pink, but I guess the connection is obvious. And in the Golden Dawn color scales for the Tree of Life, pink and yellow are also colors that are associated with Tiferet, with the 6th sphere on the Tree of Life. So it all comes together. And this is something that really fascinates me about AuraSoma and the connections to the Tree of Life and Tarot. Things like that. 2, well, almost 3 systems coming together in a wonderful way. It's just amazing. Then, again, the second level of the majors here. Now we get to the Empress. And the Empress here, the return of the Empress, bottle 81, pink and pink. So this is a bottle with 1 color. Well, my upper fraction of this bottle has faded, and now it looks a bit, well, I don't know, like a very pale coral in a way, but pink and pink. Motherly care, warmth, color of love, and we see this here. And we oftentimes get the Empress depicted as being pregnant, and here in the return, in the second level of the Empress, the baby is born. And the baby is pink, of course, and the Empress is pink. And she's the mother of the earth, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, with her pink baby. And green hair, because the color that is on the other side of the color wheel of red or pink is green, the complementary color. That's the word I've been looking for. And then, last but not least, the Lovers, the return. So the second level of the Lovers, bottle 84, pink over red. Again, my pink in this bottle is a bit faded, but it's pink over red. And here we get an angel, and the lovers are now united here. Twin flames uniting, the earth and the moon. Beautiful. Yeah. It's one of the bottles from the so-called Tantra or Tantric set, having to do with love and relationship and the body and the root chakra, but also the heart chakra. So it very much fits that this combination has to do with the lovers, of course. And the name of the bottle is Candle in the Wind. And so here we get the candle, the 2 twin flames uniting, becoming one. So, there you have it. As you were able to see, just On a side note, this is a standard sized Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and you can see that the cards are taller and wider. As mentioned before, these cards are not available everywhere. They are just available through Pamela Matthews. And, well, if you want more of this, tell me in the comments below. Maybe you have a special request, a special bottle you would like to get to know, or a special card, and you would like to know which AuraSoma bottle is associated with that card, and, well, maybe what the colors mean, giving the cards meaning another layer in a way. Yeah, feel free to leave a comment, as mentioned before in the beginning of this very long video. I'm going to put all the links inside of the description box to Pamela, where you could, order the decks, to Colin from the Prism Tarot, who inspired me to do this, well, overview of the AuraSoma Tarot. I know it's a very lengthy video with a lot of information. I'm sorry about that, but, well, we made it. I think we're done. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It inspired you in some way, made you curious in a way. And yeah, feel free to leave a comment. Stay tuned and see you soon. Bye.